Hello, beautiful people of South Africa, as well as the people of the world. It's always a pleasure, for me to come and interact with you in this particular platform on my YouTube channel. Today, I want to talk about something that I believe is the most critical thing that we need to do as people at a particular stage of our life. I have been deeply moved and touched by the mere fact that most of you, particularly the young people, they would want to own properties. Is either to provide shelter for their children, for their families, for their wives, or wives providing for children. I think it's a beautiful thing. I've seen beautiful structures as I travel the breadth and length of our country, and I could see that our people are really trying to do something for themselves, which is a beautiful thing. But I've also picked that it is not each and every one among us who can do that. It's not an easy thing. To build or to put a structure is a very expensive thing, and it's not everyone who can afford or who can have a lump sum of cash available to him or her. Then I said to myself, maybe I need to share some of the things that have assisted me in my life. Around 2006, I wanted to put a number of structures for my family. As you know, that I have a big family, but I couldn't afford because I didn't have that kind of amount of money. Then this is what I decided to do. I approached two people. The one, it was a block making guy, and the other one, it was a hardware store owner. I went to them and I said, I would love to build for my family, but I don't have money. They both laughed. They looked at me and they laughed. And then they said to me, Mr. Msele, we can't provide a credit for you because you do not know. I said to them, I don't need a credit. I need a facility. And I need this facility to be designed differently for me. This is what I'm going to do because I trust you with my money. I want to put my money into your store. I want to give you my money each and every time I receive money. Because I was an employee, I would wait until month end, and then I will go to the hardware guy, put some money there. I will go to the block making guy, give him some money. And I had no pressure because it was not like I had taken something from them. I was just putting my money as and when I received money. And I realized that it was a best thing. Because when they gave me quotation of how much it was going to cost me to build, I realized that it's no way at that particular time I would have had that kind of amount of money. And I would not have realized my dream. I would not have built what I wanted to do. So I had to think sharp and see what is it that I can do to assist myself. So with the block guy, I remember he delivered at some point after I paid him over a certain period of time. I could only manage to get 50 blocks. He delivered that and put them in my yard. And I was excited to see 50 blocks because seeing 50 blocks placed at my yard, it was a step towards, building a mansion. But I wasn't not worried what people were going to say, because they will see only 50 blocks and they would not understand. I continued putting money, and then this guy would say, hey, now Msele, we can supply you with 30 more blocks to your house. And then I was said, oh, please bring them on. And then people in no time, they saw a number now the blocks increasing in my yard. And it was very exciting because even myself, I was very encouraged to see blocks moving from 50 to 100, from 100 to 200, from 200 to 300. The rest is history. And then I continued at the hardware shop because I realized that the timber, especially the roofing material, is very expensive. I put my money up until this guy said to me, now, Mr. Msele, we can supply you so much square timber of roofing. Then I said to him, you know what, let me start and see how much of a building structure that I can put with the blocks that I have. I was surprised that with 500 blocks, I could only build a 2-room house. I got discouraged because I thought, when you look at the blocks sitting there, you think there are so many and they can give you so much. I got discouraged. But I said, no, I am not under any pressure. I have time on my side. I'm young, I can do it. Because the other danger is that some people, when they are working, they don't want to start preparing or building something for themselves that they will own. They would want to wait until they retire. And that is not the right time to invest in property or in a structure that we are going to build when you don't have income coming. So I would encourage you that you don't wait that long to make an investment. I'm saying to you, go to a block making, someone that you trust, not someone that is not trustworthy, and say to that person, no, I don't want you to give me blocks on credit. I want to pay you up front up until my man qualifies me to get so much of blocks. And that, I think that is the right way of doing it. And go to that hardware shop person who's trustworthy as well. Put your money there. This person, your man will grow each and every time there. Most of you are using or investing money in different things that are not going to give you best returns on your investment. But I'm saying this one is the best return on investment because your money is there. No one is going to take it away from you. As long as you have identified a credible service provider. And guess what? After 2 years of doing that, I had more than 1,500 blocks in my yard. I had invested so much money that was able to make sure that I am able now to get supplied of cement as well as roofing material to my house. And then the only person whom I wanted to engage and negotiate with, it was only a builder. And then it was easy because with the little savings that I put aside, I was then able to make a deposit to a builder. Guess what? When the material from the hardware came to my house, the blocks were already there. It was like I had a lot of money. But because the system and the mechanisms that I had put in place were the ones that had made it so easy and possible for me to build, everyone was saluting me and said, hey, Mselego, you must be earning quite a fortune. But when I told them that no, I was not earning quite a fortune, but my system that I had put in place was the one that gave me so much power around my finances, no one believed what I was saying. But I'm excited that I was able to achieve what I wanted to achieve. But most importantly, there is one thing that I want to indicate for you. And that most important thing that I want to indicate to you is this one. When I ran out of material from the hardware shop, because this guy, I had trusted him with my own money, he then said to me, Mr. Mselego, you have been putting so much of your money in our account without us supplying you. I think this is the time where we need to also trust you with our own money. So because you have been good to us, we will also be going to be good to you by giving you our own money in order to make sure that we are able to support you and make sure that there is no material that we are going to not get that we need to complete. Because I've been looking at you and I've realized that we've got so much passion to build and own something of your own. Hence, this guy became a partner with me. Hence, I'm saying the tips that I want to give you are not just the tricks, but they are the tips. And these tips are going to assist you to partner with other people and make sure that you put your own structure, a structure that would be freehold, and you would not owe anyone when you own that particular structure. So I'm saying to you, please, can't you then think about what I've said and utilize the tips that I've used in order to build your own structure? I thank you.